if the thumbnail wasn't a clue, what we have in this glass, we don't know. We're completely double blind. It's been drawn at random from a big old pool of samples. Yep. It could be almost anything, but we're going to taste it, give you an honest opinion separate and apart from any labels or hyper bias, and let you know if it's something you should be considering.
Welcome to Stuff and Whiskey. I'm Erin.
I'm Josh. We are back with another Pours Unknown. This has been drawn at random from our blind sample pool, so it could be almost anything. Most of the things in there we've never had before, so we're not familiar with them, and we don't really know what to expect. We do it this way to eliminate the labels and hype and bias. Erin's making reactions already, so I'm going to try to get through this part, but we want to eliminate the bias. We think that gives you the most honest opinions possible, and our reactions kind of serve as your review. In the end, we will give this a rating and find out the price to see if that changes anything before we find out what we're drinking. What do you think about this?
This smells like a funky disco. Like, y'all know.
Like a roller skating rink, kind of?
We had a good time, but there's some funk.
Is there some BO in the air?
No, just some funk. Some general funk. But it was like a good time. We had fun.
I think this smells great. I love this. Like, well, I don't want to be hyperbolic. I think it's a lot of times all of us, we can be a little bit hyperbolic. I think it smells extremely pleasant. It smells very sweet, fruity, syrupy, kind of like a fruit syrup, vanilla, and it just generally is giving me the level of aroma out of a glass that I enjoy because I don't have to search for a lot. It's just kind of jumping out.
There's also some like log cabin smell I'm getting.
Yeah.
Like not log cabin maple syrup, like a log cabin.
Yeah.
Like you're walking in a log cabin.
Yeah. Generally sweet, smells bourbony. I really enjoy this. I would love to get this on the palate. Let's go.
It tastes like a funky disco.
It tastes like it smells.
I mean that in a good way.
I can't quite understand the funky disco.
I just picture people on roller skates in pleather pants, bebopping along to music.
Is this like in the 70s?
Yeah.
Okay. This smells and tastes like what you think the 70s smelled and tastes like.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. I said that really weird. It just smells like a good time.
Wow.
I don't know. I can't quantify that.
I think when I say that it's really pleasant and enjoyable, I think that's kind of what I'm driving at too.
Like I'm thinking white pleather pants, roller skates in a roller rink.
There is a little bit of like roller skating rink in this, and I don't know what that is.
Like childhood nostalgia fun, maybe? I don't know, y'all.
You just say what comes to mind.
I just say what comes to mind, and I don't think about it too hard, and sometimes it doesn't make sense to even me. So...
Or me.
I'm sorry. I'm doing the best I can. I just live here. So, like, sorry.
Erin is she's the normal person in all of us as far as, you know what, sometimes I just don't get notes, but I know whether I like it or not.
Yeah. I mean, I like this.
I find this really enjoyable. Let's get it on the palate again.
There's a little more drying wood sensation on my tongue after the second sip, which tends to happen with me.
You say drying. To me, I am getting drying. Yeah. And it seems like it's a little bit of oakiness, maybe a little bit of youth, and I could be wrong on that, but that's kind of the way it's reading for me. And then I'm getting this kind of aspartame-y diet soda aftertaste. Like artificial sweetener, like
artificial sweetness, yeah.
Yeah, and that's the only thing I don't like in this. And I didn't get it until that second sip, and that's a little bit of a bummer because I was really on board with being all on board with this pour, and then that kind of took me out of it a little bit. Are you getting that?
I'm getting it on the finish.
Yeah, that's where I got it, on the finish. And that's where I do typically pick up that note, and it's bothersome to me when I get it because it usually happens on younger whiskey that is pretty sweet. So we're tracking pretty good at first, like for a good sweet bourbon, nice easy sipper, and then it takes that turn, and I'm like, oh man, why'd you have to do that, you know?
Yeah, I will say you said easy sipper. I'm not getting a lot of spice out of this.
Yeah.
So
agreed.
I think that's what you mean by an easy sipper. It's not very spicy, and it doesn't seem like it's very proofy.
Correct. Yes. Spot on.
Yeah.
You have a rating on this?
I gotta give it thumbs up right now. I like this, and I don't know why. And then it's gonna be based on price, on if it stays at thumbs up or goes down, because I can't pinpoint why I like it right now, and that may be to its detriment.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna go thumbs up too. I just took a third sip to see if that kind of sweet and low type of artificial sweetener on the finish stood out to me again. And it's there if I'm thinking about it, but that third sip, it didn't really jump out at me. I find it generally enjoyable.
It's generally enjoyable, and the finish is still going. Like, it's a decent finish.
It's decent. I would say, personally speaking, this to me strikes me like good, and I'm not trying to guess here. I'm just letting you know for comparable experience purposes. This strikes me like a lot of good, solid, 90-ish something proof Kentucky bourbons that cost about $30. I find it to be that level of enjoyment I'm getting out of it. Maybe stuff up to as much as $50 because prices are going up.
Yeah.
So, something like that. It doesn't punch above that weight class for me, and it may be priced higher than that. I don't know. But I'm just letting you know what I think it's comparable to. In case it fits within that category, then you will know that it is fair value. And if it is under that, you'll know it's great value. And if it's over that, you will know that it's not very good value. So that's why I'm speaking this so that you...
I'm glad you did that before I saw the price.
Okay, what's the price?
$160.
What?
You said 90?
97 is $160?
Yeah, I'm thumbs down. It's not $160. It's good. I like it. But it's not $160 good in my book.
It's got to be old then. It has to be old. What do you think the proof is on this? I thought it was like in the 90s, like high 90s.
Probably 100 proof. It doesn't feel very proofy. If it is high proof, it's mixed in a way that doesn't...
Yeah.
It drinks under proof, which that, to me, is a plus because it's a sign of like a good balance. But I still... If I'm spending $160, I kind of want a little bit of a proofy punch, personally.
Yeah, $160. I want you to blow my hair back, blow my skirt up.
That's kind of where I'm at.
Yeah, I really knocked my socks off for $160.
Yeah.
Look, if you like generally easy sipping stuff, and this is interesting before we find out what it is, that bitterness or that dryingness, I'm assuming is going to be aged now.
It's aged now?
I thought when I get that drying plus that
thought it was maybe
sweet and
young.
low note, I usually get that on younger stuff, but this could just be this particular combination of whatever that's hit me this way. But anyways, let's find out what this is. This is number 97 in our pool.
Ooh, this is Orphan Barrel Fable and Folly 14 year, and it is 90 proof.
Man.
And this is thanks to Bill and Delia Kavanaugh. So thank you guys for the sample.
Thank you guys. Yeah, it's enjoyable.
Yeah.
It's enjoyable. I mean, if you like easy sippers. Now, let's talk about Orphan Barrel real quick.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with it.
Yeah, so you see it on the screen down here, but Orphan Barrel is a company owned by Diageo, and it's a very smart marketing campaign. They've spun this around to where they're finding these lost barrels. No barrel's ever really truly lost. Well, I guess that's not true because some of our barrel picks have been lost.
Well, we know where they went. They weren't really lost.
We'll talk about that more in a minute, but the Orphan Barrel program is they pick these barrels that they think kind of shine for the profile that they're trying to fit. These lost barrels that they say, and they put them out because they're interesting and a little different. We've had some Orphan Barrel stuff. This isn't striking us as good as some of that other Orphan Barrel stuff that we've tried, like some of the Rhetorics and things like that.
I don't remember.
However, it's not far off from that experience. It doesn't quite have those old dusty attic notes that we've gotten on some of the other Orphan Barrels that we've tried in the past.
But it does have a note of a disco in the 70s, so
yeah.
I mean, it's and I liked that.
Skewing a little bit more clean and modern, but yeah, I mean, generally speaking, I think if you bought a bottle once, because of the age and the packaging and the marketing and stuff, if you care about any of that stuff, it's not a ripoff. I can't say that it's a ripoff because, there is some quality here. Like, it is good whiskey.
I liked it.
But
I just did we do our scores?
Oh, we should have. Well, 160, I know your thumbs down.
Yeah.
I would have been thumbs down too.
Yeah, I'm thumbs down on 160.
I can't.
Yeah.
Not for that. Well, I'll be honest. I would be just okay.
Okay.
Because of the age statement. Well, now I know what it is. Based on taste versus price, I probably would be thumbs down.
You would have thumbs down.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's how we do it. We can't take all that other stuff into the equation.
Yeah, we do our scoring based on what's in the glass, do a score, find out the price, see if that changes our score.
Right.
And for me, what I was drinking, I would have been thumbs down for the $160 price tag.
Right. Now, do I care about the Orphan Barrel story? Personally, no. If you do, maybe that's worth paying for.
Yeah.
Do I care about the pretty artwork on the bottle? Yeah, I kind of like it. I'm not going to lie. I think it's pretty cool, and I think the Fable and Folly is probably one of the better looking bottles with the better looking artwork that they've ever released. So that would sway me more towards maybe thinking about
I
purchasing it.
mean, they do that for a reason.
Right. But now having tasted it and knowing what it is,
Yeah.
if I saw a bottle sitting on a shelf, would I buy it? Would the thought of buying it even cross my mind? It would not. So I have thumbs down
This
is
makes
accurate.
it easier for you to pass up.
Yeah, thumbs down is definitely accurate.
Okay.
I mean, 90 proof, $160. That math almost never is going to add up over here on this side of the camera. But if you like lower proof and you want something that is well crafted,
Yeah,
We
it is
can-
well crafted, and
Yeah.
you can tell that when you drink it.
yeah, they're not just throwing stuff in a bottle
Yeah.
and slapping some marketing
Yeah.
on it. Like there's some work that goes into it.
for sure.
But I did say that it was like a $50 pour too. So take that for what it's worth.
Yeah.
And while you're here, go ahead and head down to the video description for what it's worth. Check out our Patreon community because we have a fantastic group of people who are all about good people and good whiskey. People are sharing samples with each other and helping each other find bottles all the time. It's just a great group of guys, gals.
And gals.
I was getting there.
Okay.
Yeah, we welcome all. We welcome
Yeah.
all. Come on in. The water's warm. That's where we release our barrel picks as well. And yeah. It's an awesome place to be, to get good whiskey, share good whiskey. We love our Patreon community. We also have merchandise, apparel, shirts, yada yada over at stuffandwhiskey.com if you want to check that out.
Absolutely.
And I think that's it for this one.
That's
Like,
it.
comment, subscribe.
Yeah.
Let us know what you think about Fable and Folly. I'm actually curious.
Yeah, if you've had it, what do you think
Yeah.
about it? Absolutely. That's it for today, guys. Be good to each other, and until next time, cheers.
Cheers.